We have a very significant occasion for the company as it launches its IPO. The price band has been declared today, earlier today, and the ad has been released. And now the management is here to brief you about the company, the industry, as well as the key investment highlights. Recognizing the significance of the occasion, we have the senior management team. Let me start by introducing Mr. Krishna Chivukula Jr., who is the whole-time director and chief executive officer of the company. Mr. P. Balasubramanian, vice president finance and CFO of INDO-MIM Limited. And representing the book running lead managers, we have Mr. Prasad Deshmukh, head corporate finance, HDFC Bank Limited. Mr. Pareen Savla, vice president investment banking, Access Capital Limited. Mr. Sarun Agarwal, co-head equity capital markets, ICICI Securities Limited. Mr. Harshil Shah, AVP Kotak Mahindra Capital Company Limited. And Mr. Amrendra Singh, executive vice president and group head, equity capital markets, SBI Capital Markets Limited. For the opening remarks, I would now like to invite Mr. Prasad Deshmukh, head corporate finance of HDFC Bank Limited.
Yeah, so good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of HDFC Bank Limited, the left lead investment banker to this landmark IPO, and on behalf of the entire BRLL team, it is our privilege to welcome you all to the press conference for the IPO of INDO-MIM Limited. It is indeed a proud moment for us to bring to market one of the most respected precision engineering companies globally. INDO-MIM stands today as the world's largest manufacturer of precision engineering components using metal injection molding, that is MIM technology. INDO-MIM has not only pioneered advanced manufacturing in India, but has also established a strong footprint across United States and Europe. This IPO marks an important milestone in the company's remarkable 3-decade journey of innovation, engineering excellence, and global leadership. Since its inception in 1996, INDO-MIM has grown from a single facility to a truly global enterprise with 15 manufacturing facilities across the world today, and supplies critical and complex products to leading customers across automotive, defense, medical, aerospace, and consumer industries. The company has demonstrated the rare combination of world-class technology, high precision manufacturing capability, and consistent operational excellence. The company's strong fundamentals are underlined by engineering-led processes, advanced robotics and automation, deep customer relationships, research-driven innovation, and a highly experienced management team which underscores its long-term value creation potential. The company's, I would now like to briefly touch upon the deal specifications. As you all know, the price band is rupees 461 to rupees 485 per equity share. The IPO size is approximately rupees 3,812 crore rupees at the higher end of the price band, and includes the employee reservation portion. The IPO consists of a fresh issue of up to 500 crore rupees and an offer for sale of up to 68.29 million equity shares by the selling shareholders, which amounts to approximately rupees 3,312 crore at the higher end of the price band. The issue also includes an employee portion, as I mentioned earlier, of up to 200,000 equity shares. The anchor book is scheduled for Wednesday, which is July 22nd, and the issue will open for public subscription on Thursday, which is July 23rd, and will close on Monday, which is July 27th. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just another IPO. It is a significant milestone for Indian advanced manufacturing. INDO-MIM reflects Indian design, engineering, and manufacturing can compete and lead at the global stage. This IPO offers investors an opportunity to participate in the growth journey of a company that has consistently delivered innovation, operational excellence, and global competitiveness. So we warmly welcome all of you to partner in this next phase of INDO-MIM's evolution a company led by experienced promoters, powered by strong engineering talent, and driven by commitment to technological leadership. With that, I would now like to invite promoter, whole-time director and CEO, Mr. Krishna Chivukula Jr. to take the proceedings forward. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I am Krishna Chivukula Jr., the CEO of INDO-MIM, whole-time director and promoter. People can call me KJ for any questions. I'm going to go through our roadshow presentation. If there's, is there a Q&A or how does this work? Okay, so I'm going to go through some of the slides. I'm going to keep the emphasis more macro on the markets we serve, the businesses that we're in, and some of the factors affecting the business at a global level, or driving the business, excuse me. INDO-MIM was founded by my father, Krishna Chivukula Sr. However, I am his son. I'm full-time director and CEO, along with Balapi Subramaniam, who is the CFO and VP of Finance. I think really right here, the snapshot, a very important slide. INDO-MIM was founded in 1997 as a JV with an American 70% of its sales coming from India, but 30% coming from overseas operations, exporting to around 50 countries around the world. I think this is a very key slide. I think it explains a lot in terms of what we've been able to do, but also why we are perhaps more resilient than many companies operating in our space, regardless of whether that's China or Western Europe or the United States. One, we're very well diversified across product portfolio, right? Automotive, defense, medical, consumer electronics, aerospace. At any given time, right? Automotive is between 25 to 30%, defense 25 to 30% of the group, depending on the year. Medical, maybe around 20, with the balance coming into consumer electronics, industrial applications, and aerospace. That gives a lot of resilience, right? You've got a lot of segments for which you can use your engineering expertise in these various forming technologies. But I think the other thing that's really important to consider is when you look at us inside these product verticals, we're not just diversified across segments, but within a segment and by customer and geography, there's also a high degree of diversification as well. So what does this really mean? So let's take maybe automotive, because it's my favorite example. I started out in the early days of the company, working on the first automotive programs on the shop floor. You think about automotive, we're not just doing, let's say, braking systems. We're doing brakes. We do parts for the turbochargers, parts for the selective catalytic reduction systems, parts for the windshield wipers, parts for the locking systems, parts for the fuel injector, parts for the seatbelt locking system, right? So you're all over the car. And we're not just all over the car in terms of applications, but in many of these applications where there's more than one or multiple OEMs sort of servicing that segment of the automotive industry, we're with those as well. So if there's 5 guys or 10 guys, 10 OEMs that are the dominant players in the turbocharger industry, you'll find that INDO-MIM is with 8 or 9 of them. So we have incredible diversity both in terms of the segment. We've got excellent diversity inside a segment in terms of application, but in many cases, even on application, we have a lot of diversity in terms of the customers and OEMs that have the demand for those applications. So that if they're growing, our segment is growing, or our components or our volumes are growing as well. And this is true in automotive, defense, medical, consumer, and aerospace. It provides a tremendous amount of resilience. It provides a tremendous amount of durability, both in terms of getting access to new programs and new business. But it also gives a lot of robustness to the growth numbers because there's different segments may be hitting at different times, right? Maybe doing a little bit better in aerospace, or this year maybe a little bit better in automotive year. Or sometimes everything is just hitting at the same time, which is obviously the way we like it. But at the end of the day, having all of these segments and being able to operate in all these geographies and satisfy our customers' requirements across all of these spaces gives our numbers, we feel over the past, has given our numbers and our growth a lot of robustness. And we expect to maintain that approach in the future.